The home of barbecue and jazz music, Kansas City, Missouri, is a unique traveling destination on the Missouri River that is full of adventure, culture, and history. Nicknamed the City of Fountains for its bountiful 200-plus installations running second only to Rome, Kansas City is a beautiful and vibrant city with loads of attractions waiting to be explored. Afterward, take the family to the Crown Center, the bustling shopping and entertainment district with more than 30 different shops and attractions. And the list goes on. In this article, we'll be discussing what to do in Kansas City during your vacation with only the best Kansas City attractions listed below for a guaranteed exceptional experience. So, here's the list of 10 best things to do in Kansas City, Missouri. Before we start, make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon for the latest upcoming travel videos. Here we go. Number 1. Nelson-Atkins Museum of Art. The Nelson-Atkins Museum of Art appeals to many kinds of visitors, such as little kids who appreciate the giant badminton birdie installations, for 18-foot shuttlecocks, to be exact, on the 22-acre lawn, or adults who enjoy the play of light and Caravaggio's St. John the Baptist in the wilderness. The art museum's permanent collection spans thousands of years, includes more than 35,000 pieces, and features art from Europe, Asia, and America. The museum also displays interesting architectural pieces like centuries-old furniture and stained glass windows, in addition to more modern paintings, prints and drawings, sculptures, and photography. Number 2. Kansas City Zoo. The Kansas City Zoo has become one of the area's top family attractions thanks to major renovations and improvements in recent years. It is filled with wildlife representing over 200 species from all over the world, with a great deal of attention focused on each animal's habitat and quality of life. Among its 1,700-plus residents are African elephants, rhinos, leopards, giraffes, wallabies, and several species of primate, including Bornean orangutans, blue monkeys, chimpanzees, and more. The zoo is also home to ocean dwellers, including part-time swimmers like penguins and sea lions, as well as jellyfish, stingrays, and other aquatic life. At just $16 for adults, it's one of the most affordable things to do in Kansas City. Number 3. National World War I Museum and Memorial. With replicas of trenches, propaganda, and weaponry, the National World War I Museum and Memorial is an immensely accurate and immersive look into the events from 1914 to 1918. Told in a narrative fashion, visitors will stand alongside the soldiers that experienced the war firsthand to learn their stories and the pivotal moments that helped change the world. Other highlights include the recreation of a crater, formed after the use of a howitzer shell, damaged tanks, and old uniforms. It all helps you to form a greater understanding and appreciation for the sacrifice of many. From there, walk across the glass bridge, which soars over 9,000 poppies, which represent the lives of 9 million people who died in the First World War. Number 4. Union Station. You don't have to look far back to a time when train travel was as popular and exciting as our modern-day experience in the sky. While the airport may have taken over, there are still many examples of the height of rail transit in the many Union stations around the USA. The Union Stations is one of the most unique things to do in Kansas City. With the help of preservation, Kansas City's Union Station is a spectacular piece of architecture and was originally built in 1914. The station underwent major renovations after closing in the 1980s. Its expansive waiting room, which could hold up to 10,000 guests, was transformed into a major shopping hub, with excellent restaurants and activities for young and old. Number 5. Country Club Plaza. Take time to explore Country Club Plaza, Kansas City's favorite shopping center, and the best things to do in Kansas City. Renowned as a premier retail center, Country Club Plaza features 15 city blocks of Spanish-inspired architecture, including dozens of fountains, designer brand stores, and favorite local restaurants. Take a break from shopping for a romantic horse-drawn carriage ride or float down the adjacent Brush Creek on a gondola. If you're more inclined to obtain some much-needed retail therapy, stop at shops like renowned labels like Michael Kors and Kendra Scott, or local shops like Charlie Hustle and Hallmark Gold Crown. Or sit down to eat at local favorites like Graham and Dunn and Fiorella's Jack Stack Barbecue for delicious eats. Number 6. Boulevard Brewing Company. Established in 1989, the Boulevard Brewing Company has grown to become the largest independent specialty brewer in the Midwest. Combining the best of old and new brewing techniques, the company's mission to provide only the freshest and most flavorful beers has been successful. Guests can visit the Boulevard Brewing Company year-round, Wednesday through Sunday, for free 45-minute tours of the impressive brewery. Throughout the walking tour, visitors will be educated on the brewing and production process as they tour the plant with the bonus of product samples. Number 7. Negro Leagues Baseball Museum. Celebrating the success and trials of black athletes in baseball, the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum is a unique sporting and cultural attraction. In an era where black athletes were banned from playing Major League Baseball, they formed their own league and teams to showcase their talents. Over time, star players like the iconic Jackie Robinson were able to break into the MLB, not only paving the way for the end of sporting segregation, but also playing a huge role in the civil rights movement. The Negro Leagues Baseball Museum is exceptionally curated, straddling the line between preserving the history of the league and telling important lessons from a time that has only recently passed. Number 8. Sea Life Kansas City. With discount group rates and birthday events, Sea Life Kansas City is a great option for a family day out. In the aquarium, visitors can wander between a diverse range of underwater habitats where all their favorite marine creatures roam. These include the lakes of the Midwest and the vast Atlantic Ocean. All up, there are 10 aquatic zones. With both salt and freshwater locations, you will stumble upon stingrays soaring through the water, seahorses bobbing up and down, and intimidating sharks commanding your attention. Continue on to capture octopus in their element and the always majestic turtles swimming along. Sea Life Kansas City puts on a variety of events and experiences. One of the most popular being the aquarium's Meet a Mermaid. Number 9. Arabia Steamboat Museum. On September 5, 1856, a steamboat carrying 400,000 pounds of supplies destined for general stores in the Midwest sank in the Missouri River just 6 miles before reaching Kansas City. The Arabia was lost for more than 130 years before an amateur archaeologist discovered it buried 45 feet beneath a cornfield. As erosion caused the course of the great river to change, the boat's remains and cargo were encased in soil and preserved as if in a giant time capsule. The result is a massive collection of pre-Civil War artifacts, all examples of the objects and food that were part of daily life for the pioneers. The number of artifacts found was so great, in fact, that museum staff continue to clean the objects today. Number 10. Kaufman Stadium. From March to October, you'll regularly see a stream of fans dressed in royal blue and white making their way to Kaufman Stadium. The ballpark is the home of MLB's Kansas City Royals and one of the best stadiums in the major leagues. Since opening in 1973, Kaufman Stadium has welcomed almost 80 million fans. On a sunny summer day, head along to watch the Royals alongside a great atmosphere and plenty of food and drink. There is also an interactive area just for the kids. Game day tickets also tend to be on the cheaper side, making it a great activity for the family. In the off-season, you can sign up for a guided tour to go behind the scenes and explore the stadium. Number 11. The National Museum of Toys and Miniatures. If you're looking to take a trip down memory lane during your Kansas City vacation, the National Museum of Toys and Miniatures is the place to do it. Open since 1982, this museum has the world's largest fine-scale miniature collection and one of the most robust antique toy collections on public display. You'll find exhibits with Queen Anne-style dolls dating back as far as 1750, original Barbie dolls, and vintage Hot Wheels cars. Many recent guests were thrilled to see the toys they played with as children from decades ago. Though, for that exact reason, some patrons felt this museum was better suited to nostalgic grown-ups than to children, who may quickly lose interest in the glass cases filled with old toys. Still, guests of all ages can appreciate the vast collection of small-scale items, from miniature hand-carved tables and chairs to pint-sized animal figurines. Number 12. Kemper Museum of Contemporary Art. The permanent collection at the Kemper Museum of Contemporary Art began with the B.B. and Crosby Kemper collection, which includes works by Georgia O'Keeffe, Robert Mapplethorpe, and William Wegman. It now includes a broad range of works, including painting, sculpture, installations, prints, and works on paper, photography, and time-based media. Groups of 10 or more can arrange to have a free docent-led tour, and there are free drop-in tours each Saturday that are open to the public without reservation. The museum also hosts programs and workshops tailored to engage various groups, including youth, teens, adults, and the whole family. Definitely, it's one of the most exciting things to do in Kansas City. Number 13. American Jazz Museum. The American Jazz Museum is located in Kansas City's historic Jazz District, once home to some of the genre's most influential musicians, including Big Joe Turner, Count Basie, and Charlie Parker. The American Jazz Museum is another best things to do in Kansas City. Museum visitors will be immersed in every aspect of jazz, from history to an exploration of the music itself. Collections include memorabilia like posters and photos, as well as personal items like Ella Fitzgerald's gown and Charlie Parker's saxophone. Other exhibits include listening stations, mixing boards, and films. The museum is also home to the Blue Room, a jazz club that offers live music several nights a week, as well as the fully restored 1912 Gem Theater, which hosts a wide variety of events and productions. The Jazz Museum is also very involved in community outreach, offering youth programs and hosting local events. Number 14. Hallmark Visitors Center. Chances are you've given or received a Hallmark greeting card at some point in your life. What you may not know is that Hallmark originated in Kansas City. In 1910, 18-year-old Joyce C. Hall of Nebraska gathered 2 shoeboxes filled with postcards and set out to create a greeting card company. More than a century later, Hallmark, still run by Hall's descendants, is one of the largest card brands in the world. If you're looking for the same warm and fuzzy feeling you get when you receive a card from a loved one, recent visitors say this museum is a must-see. Wander through the exhibits at your own pace, or give the visitor center a call to sign up for an hour-long guided tour. Either way, you'll take a journey through the history of Hallmark with interactive displays and detailed exhibits, and you can also view a short film about the company or take a break at the gift shop. For children, the Hallmark Visitor Center offers a scavenger hunt that will send them on a mission to find specific artifacts throughout the museum. The last word. So, guys, this was the best list of things to do in Kansas City, Missouri. Hope you will like it and appreciate it. People who come to this city are amazed by all of the awesome things there are to do and see. Founded in 1838, the area became a major trading hotspot and, as such, developed into one of the first big Western metropolises. Investigate the city's rich past and snap photographs of the historic architecture. Hunt down its 200 fountains, sip back on bourbon, and enjoy a distillery tour, or take a step back in time at Missouri Town 1855. Before we jump into the nitty-gritty of all the exciting things to do in Kansas City, be aware that, technically, there are actually two places named Kansas City next to each other, one in Missouri and one in Kansas. So, if you love to travel and you want to see the whole world, then Tripoyer is the channel that gives you a list of the best places to visit in the USA. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and press the bell icons for the latest upcoming travel videos. Bye bye, see you.